If you want to consistently carry more games, you're going to need to start on red buff. It's the only way you can get out maximum pressure. And you're going to want to play an early game based champion, not necessarily a tank champion.
You need to be staring at the minimap to figure out where the enemy jungler started.
Looking at the minimap, you'll see that the enemy bot lane came to lane very quickly, and the top laner was missing for a considerable amount of time, and when he did show up in lane, he was missing some mana. So Warwick clearly started on his blue buff, so I'm looking to find him on his wolves or his gromp. He's on his gromp. I have red buff, he has blue buff. I can run right into him in melee and just gun him down. If you want to learn how to track the enemy jungler, it is essential that you keep a close eye on your minimap in the early game. You pay attention who comes to lane at what times. You pay attention to who's missing mana. Based off that information, I knew Warwick would be on his blue side. I went in to kill him, found him on his gromp. If he wasn't on gromp, I would have found him on wolves. Very easy kill. Instead of going for Warwick's wolves, I went to gank top since 𝐂𝐿𝐊 is shoved up, and 𝐂𝐿𝐊 doesn't have any real escapes. All I have to do is kite him towards his turret, and it is a super easy kill. I don't want to stay here and push the wave with Pantheon because 𝐂𝐿𝐊 does have teleport. So if I did shove, he would just get back to lane and catch it anyway. So I'm just waiting for him to teleport so I can pick up another easy kill. Instead, Pantheon teleports bot, which I think was a mistake even though they got a kill, since 𝐂𝐿𝐊 was likely to teleport back top and we can just kill him again. I saw Warwick bot lane whenever Pantheon teleported there, and he did not have red buff, and he only still had the same 8 CS. So I know he hasn't taken his wolves, I know he hasn't taken his raptors, I know he hasn't taken his red buff, and I know he hasn't taken his golems. So right now I'm going to play around this side since I still do have red buff. I cross over through mid to get here faster, and I'm going to take the big raptor real quick. It's not good to try to solo the full raptor camp on Kindred because it takes so long, you take so much damage. But I'm just now going to go for Scuttlecrab because I don't want Warwick to get it. And now that Warwick is disappeared into his jungle, I figure he's probably on his golems or going for his red buff.
I think he's on his red. We can kill him. Save your mana. Let's go kill him. Yeah, go that way. He's either doing golems or red buff. So just wait there for me. Alright, let's go. If he's not here, he's probably on raptors. Alright, pull back and help me take. Just auto the red. I think Thresh is coming. Okay, come north. He's coming for his raptors. Just wait a second. Alright, let's go. He's either in bush or he's like... Okay, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. We can gank bot. Oh, here, mid. Nice stun. Okay, let's go bot. We have the Scuttlecrab speed up. We've set Warwick very far behind, which is going to make his ganking quite difficult for him. It's also going to set off his level 6 power spike, and we're so far ahead of him, we can repeatedly go abuse him by ourselves at this point. Being in this jungle also sets us up really nice for easy ganks since we're behind the enemy. I guess we're going for Kate. Or Thresh. Yeah, Kate is kind of slippery. Okay, after recall. Something I really like to do if I'm ahead of the enemy jungler is getting Berserker Greaves early on Kindred along with my red smite instead of rushing straight for my jungle item. This will allow me to get around the map much faster, and it will also help me stay on my targets as they run away. Since I'm ahead, me 1v1ing them isn't the issue. The issue is them just running away and me not being able to follow them over a long period of time. So with the Berserker Greaves, I can stay on top of them, keep my Conqueror completely applied, which is a lot more damage realistically than just getting some attack speed or some AD. I wouldn't recommend doing this unless you can 1v1 the enemy jungler, so if I was slightly ahead of a 𝐂𝐚𝐧𝐬, I probably wouldn't do this since he could 1v1 me if I ended up walking into him. But since it's a Warwick who's really far behind, I can do it, or if it was a weak off meta jungler, or if it was an early game tank jungler, early Berserker Greaves on Kindred is very, very strong. As you saw on screen, Warwick's blue just turned gray. That means it's a minute or less, and my red is a minute or less as well, so I'm going to try to do my red then kill him on his blue. I'm faster than he is. Just stun him. Yeah, he can't win while you're stunned. That's funny. Alright, shove this real quick. I had my duo come mid since her AD carry was in base while she was out on the map. she might as well come mid for this gank rather than just sitting underneath turret doing nothing. Since my duo is still with me, I figured we might as well try to kill him on blue now rather than me trying to do red first, because if I start my red right as he starts his blue, since they spawn in at the same time, because we took them at the same time originally, I might not get a chance to actually kill him. So we come here first and Warwick's off, probably clearing my mark on golems, and now we can look for a gank top. My duo can recall, or I can take my red buff. We do have the blast cone though, so we decided to go in for the gank.
Accident. I was trying to do that on the way ping. Get a ward in the bush if he walks into it. Oh, yo, just ulted. Wait, why did he get Pantheon low and then go for me? What the fuck? Let's get turret. Let's take 2 plates.
Probably because I had shield on Pantheon and I was killing him.
Oh.
While we're taking turret, Olaf teleports back, so we figure we'll wait in the bush for him to push up, but he ends up realizing something was up, or he just got spooked for some reason, and the enemies end up getting a free dragon off that. Not the best trade in the world. I do have some really powerful items now. I have my warrior enchantment, and I can get back on the map, assert gank pressure, and go to kill work for whenever I want. His red buff is up in a minute or less. I can just swoop over there and kill him when it pops up.
Fortunately, shouldn't matter too much.
The next one's infernal also.
Come to this area. We're gonna kill Warwick on his red.
Alright.
Nice KS, Ezreal.
Warwick's only level 5. He's in a really bad spot right now.
Save me! That's unfortunate. Nice job. Now push with me to his red and heal.
Warwick still doesn't have ult, so I think I could solo him. I just want to play it safe just in case someone else shows up as well.
He's on golems, or yeah, they fucking know. Nice job on the hills, by the way. Follow me. Yas is here. I'll come this way. I'll just kite it out. I'm actually healing a lot off these. I think we can fight this.
Yeah.
You have ult. I'd start it.
Oh, I don't have the puck.
It's worth. I don't care if Ezreal dies.
Me either.
You're thinking the same thing?
Yeah.
You're evil.
Yeah, I didn't have mana. That was unfortunate. I didn't realize.
This was actually a lot closer than it looked. If we would have landed the stun, we actually would have had her because my wolf damage would have landed and we would have pretty much just one-shot her.
When I'm full health, like I won't even take damage from these.
I want to gank bot since they're shoved up. Even though my red buff is up, the enemy top laner isn't there, and I can't really gank mid right now either. This is a great point to re-gank them since they are shoved up and they haven't had a chance to go back and spend their gold yet. They're still very, very weak.
A little early. Nice exhaust. Got a mark off that, which is nice. Thresh. Good ult.
If I would have done my hop more to the left to get away from Caitlyn, I actually would have lived there. Instead, I kind of missed it into the wall, which held me still for her.
Your ult timing was actually really good to where whenever we came out of my ult, it was... This is easy fight.
Next dragon's coming up, so we move into this area, and sure enough, the enemies want to contest it. Whenever you're ahead, instead of chasing kills, oftentimes if you just show up at a neutral objective, whether it be dragon, baron, or herald, the enemies will show up as well to contest you, forcing them to come to you while you're ahead rather than you just chasing them down miscellaneously towards their turrets. When you are ahead on Kindred or Champion with the dash, you want to try to look for enemies who are trying to steal Dragon or Baron. They do this all the time. You can just hop the wall and slay them. You want to make sure you have a ward over the wall first so you can see this, and then it's just an easy follow-up. Whenever you're ahead, you get far more by going for neutral objectives than you do chasing kills, because the enemies will just sit under their turret. And like you see here, for a neutral objective, people are willing to throw their lives down even if they have like a 1% chance of stealing it.
Warwick and Olaf over here. This is going to be a fight. We're gonna kill Olaf, keep vision of him while I farm this. Alright, let's stop his back.
How are you even tanking that?
I only took like 3 or 4 shots.
You didn't wait until I started hitting.
Yeah.
I thought I was tanking.
Just let Ezreal die, XD. This is so dumb. They're really not gonna quit. Now that one of them is dead, we can keep going. Does he have ult, or is he just gonna walk at me? Nice stun.
He's minded. Like, okay. I'm in. Goodbye.
Can someone save me?
No, I have no mana. We will end quick.
Easy game.
Game.